Hai, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khalida Adibah binti Abu Zarim, and now I will be sharing with you guys about Ibnu Miskawaih, the father of morals education. His full name is Abu Ali Ahmad Ibnu Muhammad Ibnu Yaqub Ibnu Miskawaih, or he is also called as Abu Ali Al-Khazin. And he was born in Qatar, Iran in the year of 330 Hijrah. His grandfather named Al-Kifti embraced the Majusi religion, then converted to Islam. And Ibnu Miskawaih is the most philosopher in 11th century, where he passed away in Asfahan in 9 Safar 421 Hijrah on 16 February 1030 Masihi. Then we move to the Islamic education goals, where the purpose of moral education formulated by Ibnu Miskawaih is the realization of an inner attitude that can spontaneously encourage all actions of good value, so that he behaves commendably, achieves perfection under his substance as a human being, and finally obtains true happiness, or we call it as-sa'adah, and perfect. And what should be underlined from the purpose of moral education that offered by Ibnu Miskawaih is that it aims to encourage people to behave well to achieve the happiness, sa'adah. So, according to Ibnu Miskawaih, a person with noble character is a happy person, and a good person is in harmony with his thoughts and deeds when he does good deeds. Next, I will share about the basic concept of education, Ibnu Miskawaih, where although he never mentions the basis of moral education directly in his book, but it is in the discussion of tahzib, mental problems, or psychology and religious law. They are the main discussion that related to morality. Therefore, it can be concluded that religion and soul, they are the two factors that form the basis of moral education according to Ibnu Miskawaih. Firstly, the factors that form the basis of moral education, where Islam adheres to two main sources of Quran and Hadith. And when someone acts like what is taught in both Quran and Hadith, then that is a human being with good morals. While people who act deviate or not by both, then the person who has bad character. Therefore, Ibnu Miskawaih said that religious law, they plays an important role in the formation of morals. And the second one is psychology. According to Ibnu Miskawaih, education and knowledge about the soul are closely related. And to become a good character, one must go through education and systematic direction. And if the soul is well directed, then the humans will arrive at the highest and noblest goal. Next, we move to the components of Islamic education of Ibnu Miskawaih. Firstly, about moral education method, where the educational method can be interpreted as a method that can be used to achieve the stated educational goals, and namely changes to be a better condition than before. And there are several educational methods that was put forward by Ibnu Miskawaih. Total is 4, including natural method, guidance method, habituation method, and also methods of punishment, reprimands, and light beatings. Firstly, about the natural method, and this method is related to psychology, where the first thing first, the educators need to know about the conditions and tendencies of the student. And the approach to knowing this is by psychology. So, for example, it can be seen after a child is born, he can drink milk from the source, without being taught, only being directed by the mother. Then, as it develops, it can after that request it by voice, by crying, by shouting, and According to Ibnu Miskawaih, education must begin with paying attention first to the eating and drinking habits of the child, and because with it a sahwiyah soul will be educated, then only related to ghadabiyah spirit which function to give rise to love, and only then does a nathiqah soul appear which functions to fulfill the tendency of knowledge, and this sequence is called the natural method. Second is the guidance method, where this method is important to direct the students to the expected educational goals, okay, in according to the Sharia and by doing good things. And in this type of method where guidance method, advice is a very powerful way of educating only with language skills and also with word to the student. And if a student is educated to follow the religious law, to carry out the obligations of the law until he gets used with it, then he can read books on moral, so that the morals and commendable qualities are also included in him, and he also can perform all the good morals with him. And when he is also familiar with the right words and also with the right arguments. And the third one is the habituation method, which according to Ibnu Miskawaih, to change the morals of the students to be good in education, a method that focuses on two approaches is needed. Firstly, throughout the habituation and training, as well as the example and also the limitation, where habituation can be done from an early age, okay, for being good, being polite, being respectful of others. And while training also can be applied by carrying out the worship with the family, such as like praying together, fasting together during Ramadan, and also by exercising to keep being healthy, okay. And the last methods is methods of punishment, reprimands and light beatings. And according to Ibnu Miskawaih, he said that in the process of developing morals of student, sometimes it is permissible for the educators to try a way of rebuking, punishing and also light beatings. But this is the method that are very last resort as a medicine, okay, as a medium, if the other methods don't work to the student. And Ibnu Miskawaih, he believes that this method will make the students not dare to do the same thing again, to do the same wrong thing again. And in the book of Tahzibul Akhlaq, Ibnu Miskawaih also allows the light punches and the light intended, so that the students are aware of their mistake, they will regret their mistake, and they will not repeat the same mistake over and over again, according to Suwarsimi 2004. According to Ibnu Miskawaih, the teacher's position is the same level as the two parents who have been giving birth and educate them from childhood. Even Ibnu Miskawaih also, he put the students' love for their teacher between love for their parents and love for God. And in this way, it is hoped that teaching and learning activities based on love between teachers and students can be a positive impact on the success of education. And what caused Ibnu Miskawaih to give a special position to the teachers? Because it is true and undeniable that the teacher is the cause of human intellectual existence, where the teacher is also considered somebody that playing an important role in educating the psychology of his students to achieve true happiness. Next, we will get to know about the importance of educational environment in the process of moral education, where the environment that plays the biggest role is, of course, the family. where the family is the first environment that children go through, and the faces of these children, they will determine the formation of character in their adulthood. And family is the first environment that a child will go through when he is born into the world. So everything that he finds, everything that he listens to, it will make an impression on him and will be formed according to what is found in the family education. And moreover, to the mother, it's a very important figure to build the character of the children. And even when in the womb, a child can respond to any stimulus from the outside. Okay, and Ibnu Miskawaih argues that the efforts to achieve as-sa'adah, it can't be done alone, but must be done together based on mutual existence and complementary. And such conditions will be created if fellow human beings love one another, and each person feels that his perfection will be realized because of the perfection of others. And if this is not the case, then as-sa'adah cannot be achieved perfectly. And on that basis, each individual has position as one of the members of the entire body. So man will become strong because of perfection of his limbs. But according to Ibnu Miskawaih, argues that while in nature humans need a good conditions outside of themselves, he is also stated, according to EDIE 2010, he said that the best person is someone who does good to his family and those who are still related to him, starting from relatives, children, descendants, partners and neighbors, and also friends. And besides that, Ibnu Miskawaih also argues that one of the human traits is the nature of self-preservation, and because of that, women always try to acquire it together with creatures of their kind. And one of the ways to go about it is to meet each other, to benefit of meeting with each other will strengthening the true faith and the stability of love of one another. Okay, so it is known that there are three educational environments, which is family, school, and also community environment that will shape the children. Lastly, from my explanation above, it can be said that the educational concept of Ibnu Miskawaih refers to Islam and psychology, and is more focused on instilling morality and morality that refer to Al-Quran and also Hadith.